what's going on next. There we go, loading in, and welcome then to the second game of JeeSports semi-finals for Season 2. We have Tough Bananas versus SGC, and I'm just going to give 1+ for Tough Bananas as they won previous game and they swapped. So I swapped the teams around also. As this is the best out of 3, and TTB taking a very convincing game versus SGC in the previous game with well, just making sure they took the game before anti-mage of the SGC team was getting big. And we see LeShrek ban as the first ban for the Tough Bananas. Quite odd to see that as the first ban, as LeShrek was not banned or picked in the first 3 bans or picks from both teams in the previous game. So, but here as a first ban, oh well. They don't want to fight against that. Might be not going for a, well, might be going for a push lineup themselves then, but we will see. As a Broodmother gets banned out by SGC, they do ban that one out a lot. They just don't want to fight him. I mean, he's such an annoying hero to deal with. You have to spend resources on him, you have to spend heroes on him, and it's just, even though you can deal with him perfectly fine by just keeping track of him, you do have to keep track of him, and that's just not fun to deal with. So a LeShrek and a Enigma ban out as the second ban from Tough Bananas. And Enigma was in the previous game for SGC. Did have one very good black hole, making sure that a couple of kills were made by SGC, but not that convincing to ban him out at the first ban round. But this means there's still so many heroes left in that are normally banned out. We have the Brewmaster, we have the Furion, we have the Invoker. Those are already 3, and the Lycan is still then too. So one of those 4 heroes is gonna make it through. It's not gonna be Lycan though, because he gets banned out. So Invoker, Furion, Brewmaster, Chen is still in also. So still a lot of heroes that are able to go through to the picks. And we're gonna see which one of those it is. If TTB is gonna ban out one of those that I just mentioned, or if they're gonna ban out something entirely different, so that they make sure that after their first pick and after SGC's second, well, picks, they still will have heroes left to pick from those heroes I just mentioned.
Reserve time.
But we will see. We will definitely see. They're taking their time though, so we won't see yet. We will only see it once they pick, which might take some time, but you know, it happens. Still taking into that bonus time. As I'm curious if they're gonna change very much from tactics, if they're gonna go for some heavy pushing, or if well, like TTB went for a Chen previous game, was able to take a Chen. Or if they're gonna go for something more, well, more late game-ish. Even though they had set up for also late game with Ricky there, of course, but still. They ban out the Fury and at least don't want to pick that one up as their first pick. That means that they probably decided they're gonna pick up. Oh, the Darkseer. I have to say that one too. That's one still on the picks too. They're aiming to pick up the Invoker if it's gonna be let through by SGC, or maybe the Darkseer, or maybe the Brewmaster, or you know, one of the other heroes I mentioned earlier. And SGC can decide which one they definitely don't want to fight, or they can, like I said previously, leave them all in so they will still have 2 good pickups for the pickups that they have as their second pick. And there we go, Brewmaster being banned out by SGC. And that means they're gonna face a Chen from the Tough Bananas once again. So we're gonna see some pushing power coming out from Tough Bananas. Let's see how SGC is gonna answer this. And they could, like I said, Invoker. It's a great counter pusher also. I mean, his Tornado will make sure that the push-in is delayed. Will make sure that maybe other supports or other heroes have the chance to TP into a tower that's getting harassed. But yeah, great anti-pusher as well. Also, of course, with his Forge Spirits or with his Meteor falling down from the sky. So, all in all, Invoker is a great hero to have all around. He is just one of those heroes that can fulfill many roles, among which counter push, anti-push. And which other hero they can also still pick up is, of course, the Windrunner, or the Darkseer. That's the one. I forgot him again. The hell? But yeah, Darkseer is still in the game too. I don't know if you can really consider him a counter pusher.
Reserve Darkseer.
I like being right.
Radiant team.
They picked up both heroes that I just mentioned. Thank you, Cranage. But yeah, Darkseer being picked up. Like I said, I don't know if you can counter a counter pusher, but if you vacuum creeps, they will still take some damage, and well, maybe you can counter the counter pusher. But Darkseer is just one of those heroes, once again, that's just such a useful one to have. You can make great combination with him. Maybe if they can't have a black hole anymore because Enigma is already out.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
they can go, for example, for an epicenter just to make sure that nobody can run away.
5
Or if
seconds
you, for
remaining.
example, combine the Darkseer with a Riki, nobody will ever be able to run away from the cloud.
Reserve time.
But yeah, Darkseer, a great hero to have. Doesn't give that much away for the strategy of SGC right now. They can go for these two heroes as their solo lanes and then still go someone in a jungle on a dual lane or tri lane. They have still a lot of different options. I've even seen Invoker run on a tri lane and still go for something like a mid lane or a solo lane uh, and a jungler and another solo lane. I don't know. There's just so many options. And Darkseer could go in the jungle or you know, and I have to say, Enchantress is still left for pickups too. SGC might want to pick that one up as she is, of course, a counter for the Chen. And we have a Windrunner and Beastmaster again from Tough Bananas. They had the same three heroes in the previous game, combined with a Riki and a Crystal Maiden. So let's see if they're gonna find the exact same lineup once again. That would be a bit odd. That would be odd. But then again, it worked, so maybe they want to go for it again. SGC is definitely not having the same lineup though. Darkseer and Invoker were not there in the previous game. So they're gonna go for Tidehunter, so making sure that with the Vacuum and the Ravage, everybody will be in that ultimate from the Tide. And they have so much team fight right now. As we saw last time, at some point, Tough Bananas could just push in without any fear of getting, getting taken into a group fight. They had the confidence that they would make that, well, they would survive that push. But with a Tidehunter and a Darkseer and an Invoker, that's already so much changed right now because Darkseer can surge the Tidehunter. I mean, who needs a Blink Dagger or Force Staff? Tidehunter can just chase all the way or speed all his way into that into that group and pump out his Ravage, and that will just make sure that Tough Bananas will be in a very tough spot. Tight spot. It should be a tight spot. Okay. And we have a demon, Shadow Demon. I was gonna say Demon Hunter, but you know, Diablo 3 getting to the head. Shadow Demon being banned out by TTB. They don't want to fight that one, as we have a Shadow Fiend being banned out by SGC. I'm not sure if I agree with that point, if they already have two solo lanes, and last game they went for two, for support and a carry, and I'm expecting them to go for the same two picks again. Maybe not the Crystal Main and a Riki again, but definitely one of those two, as the ban out comes from the Morphling. So it's definitely not gonna be that carry. And Death Prophet also being banned out. And so far, Tough Bananas lineup looks exactly the same. I don't know. That seems a bit odd if you go for exactly the same lineup. Even though you know it worked, but it would still be odd, wouldn't it? It would. But anyway, they could go for it. They could also go for an anti-mage still. But let's see, because SGC is now betting on team fights. Like I said, they can do a lot with the lanes, and Tidehunter could be on a tri-lane together with maybe something like a... well, they could still go for Vengeful Spirit if they want to. Venomancer wouldn't be a bad pickup either, or... well, Shadow Demon is banned out, otherwise I would have suggested him probably, but... Sand King, even though that would have two melee heroes, that's probably not good. I wonder why Sand King is not banned or picked. It's a shame. I like seeing Sand King. But Mirana could be there too, and you know, everything goes, probably. I guess Venomancer would be a good pickup right now. Even though it doesn't have a stun. And they probably want something with the stun, as so far they only have the stun from the Tidehunter and a cold snap from the Invoker. And they're ticking into their bonus time, also discussing which support they want to go with their tri-lane, probably, which gonna be, it's a tri-lane. It's gonna be a Venomancer, I did say that, so cool. I said kinda all support heroes left in the game, so this doesn't really count, I guess. And we're gonna have a Storm Spirit. Okay, so Shadow Fiend ban out was a good call, as Storm Spirit and Shadow Fiend are... Yeah, I always compare them. I mean, they're both mid-heroes, both have the same snowball effect to them, if you will. Effect, rather. But yeah, Storm Spirit being picked up, that will mean the Crystal Main will probably be roaming around a bit. But it's at least something else than from the previous lineup. So Storm Spirit for Calculus as the last pick for SGC is gonna be something that can stop that. Maybe a Bane. They could have picked up a Bane instead of a Venomancer. That would have been a great pickup. That would have been a great pickup. Then, I mean, he can just feed grip the Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit will have nowhere where to go. And Shadow Demon being there is probably the same reason. Well, no, it's not the same. They're gonna go for the Night Stalker. They had Night Stalker in a previous game, I believe. Yeah, they had. Didn't work out that well. We're gonna see if they can do it better this time. If he manages to get a kill or two on Storm Spirit before he's level 6, before no Storm Spirit is level 6, Night Stalker will definitely have a great game. Because then Storm Spirit is just not able to ball lightning away, and because he's not level 6 yet. And yeah, that will be a great game if they manage to pull that off. But we will see as we are jumping into the game as soon as everybody has picked up their hero. And I will be switching overlays so you can see all that's happening on the map. And I just remembered that I forgot to do my my how do you say that? You know, I was gonna draw more on the map, but I didn't draw anything on the map at all. So fail for me there. Shame on me. We'll try to do more later. As there we go. Drop back into the game, and I will tell you who's playing what. As we have Chen being played by the Nino, Calculus playing the Storm Spirit, Henry Dickinson on his Crystal Main once again, S4 on the Windrunner, and we have Beastmaster being played by Belsam. And wow. And we have SGC on the Dire side. Offek is playing the Venomancer and Krenich on the Night Stalker in the middle. And we have Prof Headshot playing the Tide Hunter Warlock on the Darkseer. And we miss one. There we go. 2 legs on the Invoker. As we heard a donkey. And there we have a pause. It's not a competitive game if it's not a pause. I got told that once, and you know, I have been proved right every time, because every time there's a pause, it's been a competitive game. As we have a disconnect from the Chen. And some very clever chat coming out of the teams right now. Yeah, let's see. We have Darkseer picking up some wards. As a Tango, will probably be able to, well, we'll have a tricky time though. He will be first the Storm Spirit and a Crystal Main on the bottom lane, seemingly helped out by Chen, who's gonna be in the force. So Darkseer will not get that much farm. Let's hope for him that he's still gonna be able to get experience, but it will be very tricky for him to do that, to be fair. Even though if Calculus packs his Remnant a couple of times, the lane will be pushed towards him, but then Iron Shell will push it back, so yeah. It will be a tricky lane. Not a tricky lane to stay alive in, because he will be able to stay alive as, well, there will be a Vortex, there will also be a Frostbite, but for now he should be able to be fine with this Surge if he pops it at the right time, but it will be tricky for him to get farm there anyway. Mid lane will be for Kranich, and on his Night Stalker will be facing the Windrunner, who's also in the mid lane. And the top lane is going to be played by the Beastmaster, who's already cleared out some trees here. Just making sure that everybody can't... Well, everybody, I mean... Beastmaster is not going to be ganked here. Not for the first 5 minutes anyway. He will make sure that he can see everybody coming right here, and is walking back to base and walking back again to make sure that he has the mana and follow the creep wave all the way up there. So he won't have... well, he will be there in time. And actually lets one range creep lets one range creep through. Oh, hello, no. Just to make sure this range creep will be killed off very fast. Very fast, rather. And that one will make sure that the lane will be pushed. Nice blocking here by Balsam, I have to say. Look at that block. Oh, he lets one through now. Okay, sorry, but he didn't let one through for a long time. That creep wave gone will make sure that the lane will be pushed towards Balsam's tower quite a bit, even though Professor is gonna make sure that he gets forced back. He hasn't skilled anything yet. Gonna trade some right clicks. Manly. Actually, it's Professor being the one that gets forced down here. And Balsam eats a tree instantly. And we're gonna see a dual lane with Offback helping out in the mid lane. Gonna try to force Windrunner away. Still has a has a Gale. Has not used a Gale yet though. It's gonna take a lot of harassment from the Windrunner and the tower. That's a very fast well, harassment. He either has to go back, probably eat some tangos, maybe pop a self. Well, nah, this will probably be tangos will be enough. And Darkseer is gonna stay very safe, close to his tower. He has not spec anything yet though. Probably go for an Iron Shell or for Surge, depending on what he'll need first. He goes for Surge first, just to make sure that he's safe. He's gonna get harassed already, or pretending to be harassed. Calculus makes sure that he is on the aggressing side, and actually throws a right click down, and forces Warlock away from the experience range. So Warlock not able to get any experience so far. Whereas Balsa makes sure that the lane gets pushed to his direction. Tower will make sure that it gets pushed out again though. It's just a matter of time.
Claimed by the beast.
And we have Invoker specking for his quest, so we won't see some pro stun strikes, but we will see some cold snap harassments and probably the attempt at first blood at least on this middle lane, top lane, sorry. Where the gush will come down too, and there can be a cold snap, and Beastmaster won't have that much to do apart from staying close to his tower. Beastmaster this time going for a different build than previous time, going for his Call of the Wild. Just to make sure to have that lane control, and there we have a pause from Tulix. Actually, mid lane is a very good place for a first blood too, as there could be a Gale, there could be a Silence, no Silence, but there could be a Void. All depends on where Windrunner is and if the Windrun runs out while they're still in range. If the Venomancer comes in from behind, then maybe. And still level 1 on the Darkseer, but he did manage to get some experience, so not bad. Gold experience. This is all from farming. It's all from farming. 300 gold though. It's quite a lot. It's because well, Source Spirit is able to free farm here.
Denied.
Warlock is not able to do anything in this middle lane. Sorry, bottom lane. Middle lane looks like 8 for 2 for the Night Stalker and 9 for 2 for the Windrunner. It's a very even. Gale misses on the Windrunner. Offback getting him harassed by the tower and by Offback also. Sorry, by S4 also. So yeah, not having a fun time. There goes his second tango. As another Gale failed, or another gank failed on his account. But yeah, these two are farming quite even, and that's not what you want if you're with the tri lane versus the solo lane. And on this top lane, let's see how Balsam is doing 4 for 1 right now. He can't do that much though, he has to be really careful. 12 for 3 on the Invoker. And he's gonna get some extra help with that because Tidehunter is gonna pull the lane so that the lane gets pushed. It's actually not a double stack though. If you don't stack with a double stack, or sorry, if you don't pull with a double stack, that will mean that the lane will get pushed afterwards. With the Cold Snap going off on Balsam, a lot of damage being done, but can't really chase it. There was no gush to follow that up. As we have a Smoke Gank up for the Tidehunter. And the lane will get pushed soon, probably. We'll expect that. Smoke Gank is gonna happen on the mid lane. This time Offback wants it. Or is it? Middle lane, no. No. Not middle lane. It's gonna be the... they're gonna come in from behind. They're counting on that lane being pushed back. In the meantime, Night Stalker bottled an invisibility. We'll see if he's gonna use that one. Kills off a Hawk, gets some gold for that. Illusion rune, sorry. I meant to say illusion. As the boar scouts out the Tidehunter. And sorry for the cat sounds. And the Venomancer also, so they're no longer in the smoke. Let's see if they're still gonna manage to gank though. First blood goes to the Night Stalker in the mid lane though. As Chen came out of the forest for that. I did see the last hit, but yeah, that's it. Windrunner taking the first blood. Given the advantage on the lane, given the advantage on on the gold even more so. They had a lot of advantage already too, or a lot. They had some. Look at this steady line. This is because That bottom lane, Storm Spirit farming like crazy, and they're not able to stop the Windrunner from farming so far
Radiant's
either,
top tower
even though they
is
have
under
tried.
attack.
Power shot going through, making sure Windrunner gets some extra last hits. And yeah, so far this middle lane has not worked out that great for them yet. If you're gonna be first at a 2 versus 1 middle lane, you want to make sure that you have that advantage and not play even, because this way they're playing even and giving extra experience to the Windrunner also. Windrunner being level 6 and Nightstalker being level 4, and that is not only for the kill that she got, that is also because she has been 2 versus 1. So Kranich and Olfak sharing the experience, she has got it all for herself. Takes the void. Shackle shot doesn't latch, but it's just harassment. Might see a power shot still being put through. Illusion goes through. A lot of harassment. Power shot going through. Will get the kill. The Windrun is up, but she doesn't want to chase that because the tower would be too much of a threat to her. And there's some bottle charges from Kranich, making sure that she doesn't, he doesn't die. As Windrunner is backing out. Gonna see if she can find a rune. It's a double damage rune though. No regen rune for you. And she might get ward destroying it. So no rune for anybody right now. I will show you this screen because I've been asked to put it up more. Here you can see the major difference. If you can see the double numbers, there's 3 people with double numbers on the Radiant side, and that's all 20, 23, 28, 38 rather. So a lot of farm on that side, and there's only 2 people with double numbers on the Dire side, and that's such a major difference, and they're all below the double numbers on the Radiant side. So major difference there, as Warlock has not been able to farm at all on this bottom lane. Still level 3, has got 2 points in Iron Shell, will be able to put it up on a creep and get some extra farm with that. Also has a soul ring, so we'll be able to put up an Iron Shell for each wave. Always. As we see a gank incoming maybe for this bottom lane. Warlock might be in some trouble here. Henry Dickinson coming in from behind. Has his frostbite over. Gonna wait for the surge to go before popping down a frostbite. Will the surge come though, or will it just run? There's the surge and the frostbite. Yeah, he knew he was gonna get away otherwise anyway, so no chase there. It's just something that you have to wait for as a Crystal Main or as anybody that's gonna gank the Darkseer. You have to wait for that surge to go off before you can chase him, otherwise he'll be gone anyway. And looks like SGC is securing this tier 1 tower on the top lane. It's the first tower to go down. Deploying 4 heroes for this tower kill as the Invoker gets the last hit. And Kranich and Olfak leaving their lane for it specifically, as Warlock is get chased down. Surge is there though. Danino will chase a bit, but I don't know if he's gonna get it. Chen has got boots, Darkseer doesn't have boots, so does have money for the boots, but doesn't matter. And they are gonna push their own tier 1 tower. Don't have that much creeps though, might get the tower kill, but it will be very tricky. At least. Oh, hello. Oh. Haste rune on Nightstalker is also very dangerous. And it looks like they are gonna get this tower, as they do have still a creep wave coming in, clearing off the Dire creep wave very fast. Fortification has been popped. In the meantime, tier 2 tower on the top lane is also getting pushed. SGC taking... Whoa. There we go. Tyler getting the last hit. In the meantime, tower went down on the bottom lane too, but that's a tier 1 tower for tier 2 tower. Not really all that great. Oh, this is nice. Look at this stack. Great stack. We hear a Shackle. Shackle doesn't latch though. Okay. Yeah, this stack is for the Beastmaster. Just so he can get so much kills there with that. As Darkseer goes down on the bottom lane. Crystal Main taking the last hit for that. And, well, Test of Face was used, Vortex was used. And they dived the tower a bit for that too, as there was no supporting coming from SGC to defend it. Or to defend the Darkseer even. Although, I have to say, it was the first time that Darkseer died. He did a very good job versus the dual lane. Well, very good. It's a Darkseer still with the Surge. Surge, he will be safe, but still hasn't died apart from that time. Not a bad job for him. Natulix continues to push down this top lane as he builds towards his drums of endurance. He's gonna back off now. Doesn't want to overstep too much. Let's see if they want to push this tier 1 tower here. They have 3 heroes here. Shackleshot doesn't latch though. It is still nighttime, so Kranis will be super fast. Kranis does not have any kills yet though in this first nighttime. I feel like he should be hunting, as he is well, stalking, as he is a night stalker. I was gonna say night hunter, but that doesn't make any sense.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Storm Spirit has not left his lane at all. Has got amazing last hit, 61 for 15. It should be the highest, yeah, it is the highest, even though Invoker is doing a good job trying to catch up with him, being 51 right now. Oh, hello, hiding in the jungle. But yeah, he has been very careful so far. Got this ring of, or got his perseverance up. Does have mana boot. Is probably going towards that bloodstone once he gets the gold for it. As Kranich might look for a kill on the Chen. Is there gonna be support from him though? He's gonna probably wait for that. Invoker, Invisibility Rune will walk out there. Silence there. Void is there. Nuke is there. He's gonna chase it. One more hit will do the job. As the Nora tries to dupe in the forest. Sunstrike going down. Sunstrike will get the kill. Tulix getting a kill on the Chen there. As Kranich takes a lot of damage. We hear a Ravage going off in the meantime. Nightstalker gets killed off by the Night Stalker, and Ravage has gone off near the tower. Didn't kill anybody though, or Crystal Maiden maybe. Crystal Maiden did get killed by the Tidehunter indeed. But Night Stalker getting killed off by Calculus, a great kill for the Tough Bananas. And even more important that Calculus was the one to get the kill. He has not died yet so far, is really waiting for that advantage that he's gonna have with the gold that he's farmed before going into fights, before ganking. Which he can do very well. Tulix is in trouble here, getting a vortex on him. Crystal Maiden's ultimate will help out, but will it be enough? Jen's gonna do a test of faith in him. One more last hit to go invisible though. He will go invisible, probably TP out as soon as he thinks he's safe. Nobody knows where he is. There's some blinks going out, as they might know where he is. Crystal Maiden can still throw down a nuke, but she is back. And he is gonna TP out into safety right now. There we go. Tulix is safe. And in the meantime, in the middle lane, we have some action going on as Belton gets a Sunstrike in his face. Will it be enough to do damage for? No, he will not kill him down. Tidehunter does go down. The Windrunner taking the last shot, and Night Stalker going down with the Frostbite, making sure that he couldn't move. Chen taking that last hit. Power Shot will go through, finishes off the Venomancer. Shackle Shot doesn't kill Warlock, but does slow him enough for the Frostbite to be on there, and will go down. Windrunner dominating, triple kill for S4. What a great fight for the Tough Bananas, that they killed off everybody apart from Invoker, who wasn't there because he just TP'd back home. And that would put them into a major advantage. We see it very even still, as there were some towers taken from both sides, but we'll see this spike up probably towards the 2.5k, maybe even 3 to 4k. And experience graph should look, yeah, that spike, that winning team fights just give so much experience to your team, and that will give this spike a boost. As well, the Tough Bananas are looking quite safe to push in. We see Calculus leaving his lane, so stop farming, thinking he has enough farm right now to start participating in some fights, participating in some push. It's gonna take the last hit for the tower, try to, fails to though, but the gold gets split, so no loss there. Shackle Shot lands on Warlock, Power Shot will go through, but it won't kill him. There's a surge to make sure that he gets away. Chen going into the Dire Forest to farm there. Why not? Building towards his mechanism, gonna help a lot in the coming team fights. I mean, if you can pop your mechanism after a Ravage, that damage that the Ravage do will be almost nullified. He has a Hand of God there too, of course, that can do about the same thing, but having that extra heal, extra survivability in team fights, I mean, they don't have that real team fight hero that can do a lot of damage. They really have to pick off the heroes one by one, and if you can then stay alive longer, that will of course make you more successful. So yeah, mechanism being built on the Chen, almost completed I would think, or well, has 400 gold. No, not almost completed. He finished off his arcane boots first before going for to complete his mechanism. As we have a smoke up on the Beastmaster, he has his shout up too, his roar I should say. And maybe looking for a kill on, yeah, there we go. Roar going off on Kranis. Frostbite is there, 2 axes flies through, and the Crystal Maiden taking the last hit. Ravage is there, Prof Headshot wanting to take some kills in return, puts down a gush on the Chen, but will go down here, rightly going towards the Chen, and that is a failed fight from SGC, who went in without, well, without that any coordination. Power shot will go through. Warlock might go down here. One right click. Crystal Maiden taking the last hit with her Nova, and this will give them an opportunity to push down this tier 2 tower. And that initiation from Tide, it just didn't came. That's exactly. Oh, what the hell! What a great pickoff! We have some old chat going on too, because he was just standing there minding his own business. But there's the Sunstrike, making sure that Jet goes down. The thing about these range skills though from the Invoker, he also gets experience for that. So great kill off from Tulex.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like they might want to go for a Roshan kill right now. And Stern Spirit finishes Bloodstone, so we will see him in more fights, even in more fights than he has been in so far. Tier 2 tower is actually the next thing on the agenda of the Tough Bananas. As they know, there's no Ravage. There is no Darkseer wall because he didn't spec that at level 6.
Tower is under attack.
They're waiting for the creep wave. It's on his way. And still 60 seconds and more on the Ravage from Tidehunter, so they can't really take a team fight. They're here as Storm Spirit. Look at his positioning, so aggressive. He just wants to go in and kill someone off. Gonna attack some from the high ground, but SGC just being forced back, and their tower is gonna fall. Meteor is gonna drop down, forcing some away, but tower will drop. Crystal Maiden takes the last hit. Crystal Maiden taking a lot of kills. It's 3 kills already. Take the tower money now too. Has got 1100 gold. Let's see what she's gonna build with all that gold that she has. Darkseer building towards his pipe will. Well, there is a lot of magical damage going off from the Radiant side, so we'll make some difference in team fights, and of course we'll make him stay alive longer. And he is a sort of initiator, so. Yeah, just making sure that they can take the team fight. Looks like Storm Spirit forgot to pick up his boots after splitting up his Windrunner force staffing away. Whoa, nice choice as they tried to go for cranes in the meantime. But yeah, yeah. Calculus, well, Crystal Main takes the last hit, of course. Crystal Main being on a killing spree. Nice Stalker buying back. But yeah. Kranich made his Bloodstone, but forgot to pick his boots back up after splitting his. They're on the donkey, I would guess. No, but forgot to pick it up after splitting. I'm wondering where the boots are. That's what I'm looking for right now. Oh, he has got them in his. There we go. He has them again. Hope he didn't buy them new though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That would be odd. That would be odd. As I would guess, yeah, the Ravage is up. They want to take a team fight, or at least maybe not a full 5-on-5 team fight, but a 3 versus 5 team fight. They could definitely take that. And if they start taking those kinds of team fights, they are on the way back, and they need that. Look at this gold difference. Almost, well, this is probably about 8.5k, so that's a major difference. Even though for 17 minutes, it is still quite a big difference. But still. 2 team fights, 1 team fight can just change that
top tower is under
that graph back down again. We see the experience graph, same thing. 1 team fight could drop it back to 6k even if because you know you get more experience for killing higher level heroes, which would be the case in SGC's side if they manage to get a team fight done, and they do have a team fight set up. But they have to get the team fights coordinated and not just running in doing a Ravage when there's no backup around like there was in the first or in the second Ravage that we saw. And it looks like Beastmaster is gonna be the target here. And there's gonna be a Cold Snap, there's gonna be a Void, will be in time though. Force Snap is there, yeah, Cold Snap is there too. Making sure that he slowed down a bit, but will be in time. There's no nighttime on the Night Stalker, so he will be able to get away. And Tidehunter was not there in time. In the meantime, Crystal Maiden taking down the tower. What the hell? What is going on? Crystal Maiden takes kills. The second tower that she took the last hit from has got 1100 gold once again, got her power threats completed. This is a pretty farm Crystal Maiden. Let's check out the gold per minute on the Crystal Maiden. 284 gold per minute. It's almost the same as the Beastmaster. It's more than a Night Stalker even. It's more than a Darkseer. Well, it's a lot more than 3 of the dire heroes. As the tower is gonna get pushed. In the meantime, there's something going on in this bottom lane as we hear a Cold Snap going through. Beastmaster finishing off the Night Stalker, and Felix is on the run. Getting Vortex will go down here. Last hit goes to Beastmaster. Double kill for him. And Night Stalker disconnects from the game once again. Oh, GG is cold. That is a very fast GG. That was not a disconnect, that was a rage quit. As Tough Bananas taking this win in the semi-finals for the JeeSports Tournament Season 2. And they will face up Z Nation in the finals.
My eternal gratitude.
Thanks for game called out by the Tough Bananas, very polite. As Tidehunter is the only one left in the game. And we're just gonna wait until they push in this game. 20-minute GG with a very steady gold line up. As no team fights were won by SGC, which is what they really needed. 13-3 kills.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Having, well, of course, Night Stalker being that ganker, but not able to get his gang together.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And well, looks like Tough Bananas wants to go for some fountain kills. Nice shackle shots.
Dire's bottom barracks are under
For attacking Invoker away from the fountain. Beastmaster dominating, getting a double kill. I don't know, I shouldn't really shoutcast this or try to. Ooh! What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, nothing. He's gonna die. No, he's not. First up. Oh, Windrunner's gonna die though! Invoker getting the last hit. Prop Headshot is still in the game. Pops the Ravage, might still want some kills. Wants to get revenge for killing off his team. But here's the Vortex. Axis will fly through soon too, as Beastmaster is waiting to get the kill, but there's a one's charges and he won't be going down anytime soon.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Oh, never mind. Beastmaster taking like a mega kill for self also. As we're still waiting for. Oh, there's a disconnect going off from the Tidehunter now. So now we're waiting for this one to explode. That's what we're waiting for. It's very exciting, isn't it?
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
In the meantime, I can shout out that you can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, on SheeverGaming. I also have a website, SheeverGaming.com, and you can follow me on my Twitch channel where you're watching right now. There we have it.
Victory.
Just to see when I go online and stuff. And well, that's it. I'm not sure when the final is going to be played from this JeeSports Season 2, but keep an eye on the thread from it on joindota.com and you will find out. I believe there's also a thread on Ghost of Gamers, but I'm not 100% sure. So it will be versus between Z Nation and the Tough Bananas, so it should be a good match. And I think you've watched this long enough now. I hope you have anyway. There we go.